What's going on, people? I hope everybody is feeling well. Basically, I am doing this video because with everybody sharing their testimony, and it's so weird. It's like, this is the reason why I even started this channel, started posting videos on this channel, because I wanted to share my story. I wanted to share my thoughts and interact with people that think like me. And I didn't even use the opportunity to share my story. I just used the opportunity to express how it didn't make sense to me. So I'm gonna share my story now. I hope it helps someone. I hope it resonates with someone, and I hope it helps somebody, take that leap of faith out of the box. So basically, I grew up, of course, Christianity. The denomination was Apostolic Pentecostal, so very strict Christian. We did not wear pants. Like, it was frowned upon if you wore pants. We did not wear makeup, earrings, none of this stuff. But the thing about it was like some churches, women had to cover their head with the little doily things, right? Some churches could wear earrings. Some churches did wear pants, but our church did not. That didn't make sense to me. A lot of the stuff that they were teaching didn't make sense to me, but it was all I knew. It was all my parents, my grandparents, my family taught me. It was all I knew, but it just didn't make sense to me. I went along with the motions, but at the end of the day, like a lot of Christians, you go to church on Sunday, and then the rest of the week you raising hell, which, with the knowledge I have now, I understand why that happens now. As a child growing up, and you're forcing me to do these things, go to church, can't wear pants, I had to beg to wear pants to school. Definitely couldn't wear it to church because, you're gonna get looked at, it's gonna be frowned upon. When I was with my grandmother, like if I went to my grandmother's house, dresses, no pants. Like, if I had pants in my suitcase, I would be lucky if I was able to bring that stuff back home. Very strict Pentecostal, and I got a lot of different people telling me that I need to use my gifts and talents in the church. We'll fast forward a little bit to about 98. I was going to high school, and around that time, everybody was losing their jobs. People were getting laid off. It was like a little recession or whatever. So my dad got laid off his job, but his job was dope. So they gave him like severance pay, and then they also found him another job, and the other job was in Virginia. So we had to up and leave North Carolina and go to Virginia. I believe my household was shaky, in the parent department. It's relevant because dad would go to one church and mom decided to go to another church. They didn't even agree on the same church, right? So with that being said, y'all not in agreement with what church we should go to. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna stay home, because I didn't really see the point in it anyway. And then when we moved to Virginia, I asked my mom, I begged my mom, can I get my ears pierced? Can I please get my ears pierced? Y'all can't decide on what church to go to. And the church that my mom decided to go to was a whole mega church. So you had people in there wearing earrings, makeup, pants, everything. And it was not Apostolic Pentecostal. I believe it was non-denominational. And I think my dad went the traditional route. You know what I mean? What we were doing. And she ended up going to like this mega non-denominational church where it was like everything was willy-nilly. Like, from my point of view at that time, it was like everything was willy-nilly. Like, people was wearing pantsuits to church. Like, women were wearing pantsuits to church, and big old earrings and tons of makeup. So it was like weird. And so I said, Ma, let me get my ears pierced. You going to a church now that allow you to wear earrings, so let me get my ears pierced, right? So I finally got my ears. Like, I had fast forwarding, and now I started being a troubled teenager, mainly because we moved away from all of my friends, and I had to move to a whole nother state. Everybody already was clicked up. Everybody had their friends, and here I am, the new girl in high school. So I did things to fit in. Eventually, I left home. By the time I was 16, I left home. By the time I was 17, I came back home with the papers from the judge and had my mom sign them so that I could be emancipated and I can get my own place. While I'm on my own, of course I'm not going to church. I'm doing my thing. Fast forward, I get pregnant with my first daughter. It comes over me that I got to get my life right. Like, I got to teach my daughter, better. Like, I can't be living this life with a child and she watching me. I want to teach my child, a better way. So I did what I knew to do. I found a church. It was a very small church, so small to the point where if you was not in church on Sunday morning, Bishop was texting your phone like where he was at. I didn't see you in service today. Fast forward, I'm having a discussion with my daughter's father, and I'm telling him like, yo, you need to come to church with me. You need to get your shit together. You can't be raising a daughter, you know what I'm saying? You don't have your stuff together and we on different pages. So we started having a heated debate about that because he wasn't having it. And then he said something to me that kind of shook me. It broke my ground up. Jesus ain't even his name. Of course, in apostolic Pentecostal Christianity, in Jesus' name is the most powerful thing you can say. So that broke my ground up, and I'm like, I had to, that's what made me start questioning. Because if you can know this type of information and you ain't trying to be no type of spiritual, holy, or whatever you want to call it, and you know this information, it's got to be something to it. So I was like, I had to do my own research. I started finding stuff out. I started finding a lot of stuff out, and so I went to the bishop and I was like, yo, I'm not coming back to church no more. I'm gonna put religion down for a while because I need to look at this stuff myself. I've been just listening to what everybody else is saying all my life, and I just been taking it for face value and not really studying and doing research and finding out information for myself. So that's what I'm gonna do. And shoot, I thought that Bishop would have been happy about that. Yes, please go look it up. Find out for yourself, because I feel like if he's telling the truth and he knows he's telling the truth, then he don't have anything to worry about me finding something out, right? That was not the case at all. Bishop was very upset. It was so serious. He deleted me from Facebook, y'all. Like, he deleted me. Like, he unfriended me on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And it was a whole big ordeal, like the way they snatched ties with me. But before that happened, well, actually that happened, and then his wife reached out to me and was like, please come to service tonight, and if you don't want to come after that, then I'll let you do your thing, but please just give me one last time. Just come back one last time tonight. So she was asking me to do that because they were having a guest speaker, a prophetess, and I guess she felt she wanted the prophetess to say something to me. She made me sit right beside her in like the front row, when usually I sat like in the second to last row. And then when the prophetess started to talk, and she basically said to me, when are you gonna stop playing and step into your power? When are you gonna stop playing? When she said that to me, I basically got the hell out of Dodge, and I never looked back. As I was researching, as I was finding things out, I found out so many things, and I switched up. Like, I tried Hebrew Israelite. I put down religion, but I put down Christianity, and I picked up other religions. You know what I mean? Like Hebrew Israelite, I looked into Muslim, I looked into everything. Like, I was just trying to find, what was real and what was true. I was like, at the end of it all, I was like, I'm putting down religion, period. I don't want to claim nothing. I don't want, to be put into a group. This is my religion. I am this or I am that. No, I'm not doing that, because I found out that I am a soul, and I'm having a human experience. When I found that out, and when I found out that everything's vibrating, everything is moving, everything is energy, everything is the energy that, like, the all is in everything. All that is in everything, meaning it is in me. I am made up of that. the all, right? I'm able to communicate with all that is. I'm able to do that myself. I don't need to go through Jesus. I don't need to go through a bishop. I don't need to go through a pope. I don't need to go through anybody. I can communicate with the all myself. And I also can ignite those energies within me. You see what I'm saying? And I was finding all this stuff out. And I mean, and quite honestly, like, the journey is still on. You know what I mean? Like, I will never come to a place and say, I've arrived. I'm here. This is all I need to know. I'll never do that, because truth of the matter is, all the information that there is to know is what we know. The greatest scholars, the most brilliant experts only know a crumb of information in everything that there is to know. Like, you only know a little bit. You can spend your whole life diving in books, researching, going here, going there, and finding things out for yourself. You can spend your whole life doing that, and you still won't know all that there is to know. So I am a forever student, and I just want to just take in information, feel what resonates with me and my spirit, and apply it to my life. That's it. I could never go back. I could never go back to a small mind. I can never go back to the box. I can never go back. I will always do what I can to cultivate my power, to raise my energies, my vibrations. And one thing about it is, when I find something out, I want everybody to know. Some people want to stay in the box, and I have to allow that. Let the sleeping sleep peacefully. And even though it's hard, you know, I have to do that, because it's just better that way. And it doesn't matter if somebody's not ready to hear the information. It'll be like talking to a brick wall anyway. I just really enjoy the journey, finding out new things, and just learning, obtaining knowledge, seeking the truth. If I were to say I was in any type of religion, that's what it would be: a truth seeker.